Hey y'all, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So I had to run a bunch of errands this morning. That's why I'm getting on here a little bit later in the afternoon. But y'all know at least I'm here, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So we're going to be talking about if you move backwards, you are a Pickmiesha. Okay. So a lot of y'all don't realize that y'all are moving backwards. And I've noticed that a lot of the questions that y'all are asking are backwards questions, that y'all are moving in the wrong direction. So let's get into it. I got a bunch of PR packages I got to open back there, but I might do that later if I have time in the video. But first of all, if you're trying to go back to your ex, if you're chasing your ex, if you're asking me questions about how to get your ex back, you are a Pickmiesha. That's number one. Your man should be trying to get you back. Your ex should be trying to get you back. And if they're not coming correct with money, gifts, apologies, and anything else you can benefit from, the answer is absolutely not. Okay. So only Pickmieshas move backwards. Okay. You don't want to fall back into that trap. Learn your lesson, move forward. If you're lonely and desperate, it's because you don't want to do better. You want to go back to the same dumb stuff that you obviously couldn't deal with in the first place, which means you learn nothing, which means your IQ is low because you keep going backwards. Okay. That means you're dumb. Smart people don't repeat the same mistakes over and over with the same type of people getting the same type of results. That's just dumb. Okay. So if you're that dumb, that desperate, then you are a Pickmiesha if you keep moving backwards. When you move backwards, it shows that you have no future. When people see that you have no future, you have no self-esteem, you have no common sense, that's what they start to treat you like. Okay. Just dumb. Everybody sees you as stupid and dumb. Everybody. Every time they see you back with that ex, every time they see you back with that loser Dusty, what are they thinking? This dumb chick. And then every time you want to tell people about your relationship problems, they don't want to hear it no more because you keep moving backwards. Okay. Then you become less credible as a person. No one wants to take your advice. No one even listens to you. You literally become the Dusty that you keep crawling back to. You literally become them. And nobody listens to you. Nobody respects you. Nobody wants to hear your trauma dump. And nobody cares about you because you don't even care about yourself. Okay. When they when you talk about how you're going to do better and how you're going to improve and how you're going to do this, they don't even believe you no more. They don't believe you no more. Okay. You said these boxes might show my address. Oh, Lord. Actually, you can't see it. And that ain't my real address anyways. My P.O. box. So, thank you though. Thank you, y'all. It's a P.O. box. I'm not stupid and dumb like some of y'all. I've been doing this for a long time. Okay. I swear, y'all think I don't have the common sense that I'm trying to give y'all. Anything you can think of, I already thought of it. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, though. Thank you for looking out for me. I do appreciate it, but I do have the common sense. I've been on this thing for 13 plus years. I know I'm done. In fact, if I show anything, it might just be on purpose. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My eyebrows are strong. I was doing them in a hurry today, y'all, and I don't even have the eyebrow pencil to even fix them because they're in my purse. Oh wait, what is this? Oh no, I do. But that's not it. It's in my purse, y'all. My purse is right there. Let me just grab it real quick. Anyway. Yeah, I'm good, baby. Believe. Oh, I was getting my tires done today. I was getting new tires. And there's this old man sitting next to me, like old, like white hair, old, right? And then there's an old lady sitting next to him that wasn't his wife. She was just in there getting tires too, right? There were no seats left, so he asked to sit, in the seat between me and that older lady. So she was like, sure, go ahead. Then she complimented his shoes. And he continued to say, "Oh, my wife got me those. She picks out the best stuff." He started bragging on his wife to this old lady because I think she was trying to like come on to him or raise him up or something. So he's like, "Yeah, I was so blessed to find her, and she just is the perfect wife. And she got me another pair just like them, and she just be ordering anything she wants online." And so it's like, oh, that's nice that old man is talking nice about his wife, showing her pictures when she was literally just trying to come on to him. Y'all youngsters can learn something from that old man. I mean, he probably had already done his dirt and he learned to listen, or maybe not. Maybe he's one of the good ones. But he definitely was sitting over there bragging on his wife. So I was like, okay, well, that's nice. I love to see things like that. It's very refreshing. So it's like, I know that's right. I don't know what the picture looked like of the wife. I didn't look. I didn't know if she was his age or younger, but I wouldn't try to be nosy and up in their business. So anyway, you said you finally caught alive. Thank you, girl. Thanks for being here. Thank all y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. All right. Ugh, big old heavy purse. All right. Actually, it was a good story. So, see, there are some good guys left, but we don't know what he's already done or what he plan on doing. So, we're just gonna focus on the present moment. For that present moment, I saw a good guy. All right. And he was old though. All white hair, old. Anyway, y'all, I'm excited for this one. This is that Love Shack Fancy Flawless collab right here. Okay. If y'all, okay, listen to me, y'all. I know y'all are excited. I know y'all love a lot of things that I do, and I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. But if you know me well, you know that I don't like pressure. I don't like people asking me when I'm going to do this and when I'm going to do that. I don't like it. I don't like schedules. I don't like none of that stuff. That's why I don't work for people, and that's why I do not have a scheduled program. Now, please listen to me very carefully. The more you ask, the longer it's going to be. You know how the parents be telling them bad kids? The more you ask me that one more time, it ain't going to happen. Okay? Learn patience, darling. I know y'all are probably them people that steal content and upload it to your channel, but you're just going to have to wait. All right? Until I get good and ready. All right, wonderful. I'm glad we cleared that up. Yeah, I do need to fix these brows. So, I know y'all trying to get paid too, but hold on. Let me do what I do naturally. Okay, 21 old here. Okay, dating a 21-year-old, not Dusty, provides as much as he can, but not yet accomplished. What should you do? Date another one at the same time that is already accomplished. Okay, because it's gonna take him forever to get to where you need him to be in order to be 100% satisfied with that dude. Okay, that is your starter boyfriend. That is your man who takes you to the movies and to dinner. That's not the man you get to pay out in bills or to upgrade your vehicle. That's not him. Okay. You're gonna need to find him. He's probably gonna be older with good credit and a house and money and stuff like that. So go find him too. Okay. That's your starter boyfriend. He doesn't really count. You're not gonna probably marry him. That's just for fun. Use protection. Don't get pregnant by somebody that ain't got nothing for you. Okay? He's just too young. It has nothing to do with him as a person or an individual. He's just too young. Okay? He don't have what you need. He has a little bit, but in the next 5 years, you're going to want more than he can give you, and he's not going to be able to deliver it. Just think about this. You're 21. When you're 26, he's going to be 26. Do you think he's going to be able to get you a house in the suburbs, a nice car, you know, start a family? You think he's going to be able to afford vacations and stuff? No, he ain't. It's going to be about a couple of decades before he can do all of that. Okay. So understand that it's not going anywhere because he doesn't have the experience or the age behind him that requires, you know, what you probably want in the next 5 years. You have a guy helping you to get your own place. You got you an eviction notice. Oh my goodness. And you can't tell him, what do I do? Then don't tell him. Lie and say Aunt Ethel, baby. Y'all know Aunt Ethel is for. She's there. I was helping my Aunt Ethel. And so you was helping your Aunt Ethel and you couldn't help yourself. All right. Y'all know what Aunt Ethel was for. Pull her out every time. There you go. Aunt Ethel to the rescue once again. We're going to have to make her a patron saint or something. Saint Aunt Ethel. She be saving people left and right. Get it, Ethel. Yeah. Ethel will save the day. You just need to be creative, okay? And have common sense. Aunt Ethel will come to you in many ideas, in many ways, if you just have common sense. Yeah. You'll know how to use her. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Putting on this lipstick, this lighter, a little too dark. I have to throw some of this brown up on it. He said it's not lying, it's acting. Exactly. It's never lying if you believe it yourself. If you believe in Aunt Ethel, the spirit of Ethel. You're dating an older man and you're in university. He feels like I'm keeping him as a little secret. What should I do? I haven't told my friends I'm dating an older guy. I don't want to tell nobody I'm dating an older guy until I got an older man's vehicle that I'm driving. I don't want to tell nobody I'm dating an older man unless I got the vehicle to match. Basically, that's what you tell them. Because all they're going to do is why are you dating him? He can't even upgrade your car. He can't even get you this. He can't even get you that. So they're going to ask too many questions, and they're going to ask why I'm still doing this and why I'm still doing that. Why, whatever you don't have, throw that in there or say that's why you're hiding him. So, you know what? I don't want them to ask questions like, why are you dating this old man and he got you taking Ubers? Or why are you dating this older guy? He still got you paying for A, B, C, and D. You know what I'm saying? So finding a way to get some money out of that. Say, I'll post you if, it looks beneficial on my behalf, because people are going to be like, why are you dating that older guy? He's doing nothing for you. So he got to be doing a lot for you. Like you got to be in the nicest clothes, the nicest shoes, the nicest car, or at least a decent car. You got to not have to work. You know what I'm saying? He got to be taking care of you if you're gonna talk about him, because otherwise you just look stupid and dumb. Okay, you just look like you getting taken advantage of instead of the other way around. Like he worried about them college boys. You need to be worried about how much your bills he's gonna pay for you. That's the only reason you with him. Get stuff paid, right? So get it paid. Something. Okay. You said the spirit of Ethel. Yes. You said, how do you stop caring? Care more about yourself and understand that they don't care about you. You care more about them than you care about yourself. That's why you care too much. You look dumb in the end. When they move on, you're still over there hanging on to what coulda, shoulda, woulda, and never woulda been. You're just dumb. That's all it is. The reason when you care too much, it's because you're dumb. Like y'all want me to explain that? Okay. I know that was harsh. But when you care too much about people that don't care about you, it's because you're dumb. You know why it makes you dumb? Let me tell you. Because putting energy into something over and over and over that's not going to do anything for you, it's like literally wasting. It's like running the water in a drought. It's stupid and dumb. All right? You're running the emotional faucet in a drought. That man don't like you. He don't care. Okay? You care too much. You're overwatering things. You're overwatering something in a drought. That's how stupid you are. And it ain't even growing because it's fake astroturf. You're overwatering the astroturf in a drought. That's what the equivalent of caring too much. When you care too much, that's the equivalent. So what you need to do is stop, save all your energy, all your emotions for something that's well worth it. Okay, if that man doesn't love you times 10, if he's not doing the most, if he's not paying the bills, you don't need to be caring, period, at all, because he doesn't care about you or your well-being or your financial well-being. Why? Because he is probably making you go 50-50, or you probably paying for everything, or he don't even like you and he's just using you. So that's why you care too much, because you're dumb. You are programmed to be dumb. You are programmed to not have common sense and use critical thinking. And you are programmed to love a man more than you love yourself. And you are programmed to dismiss common sense in the presence of a grown, able-bodied man who don't even like you. So unprogram yourself and ask, does that man like me times 10? If he did, he'd be paying for stuff. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're getting $1 million settlement. Should I save it and keep freestyling and use their money? Yes, of course, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Buy you a little something, something, and save the rest. You know, buy you a little something, something. Then save the whatever it is, whatever. Like, you're gonna have to pay taxes on it too. Remember that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, ask a banker or an investor, an investment banker, the best way to the best place to put that money without having to pay a bunch of taxes on it. Okay, they're gonna let you know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Then you can they'll like say, okay, well, this how much we're gonna put in there, and then what you want to do with this. Go to your bank when you get that money, and they will tell you how to spend it correctly so it can keep growing. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't be one of them dumb chicks that's gonna be broke in a year. Okay. All right, wonderful. Yes, keep getting their money too, because it's not going to change you. That's not going to change you. Now, if it was like several million, like in the high, like 9 figures, that might change it. But just, it's not going to change you that much. So yes, keep getting their money. Your husband provides well, but I don't feel like he likes you times 10 or even times 2. Move on, or what do you think? Just keep getting his money and focus on you. Because he's, like I said, if you marry somebody and they don't like you times 10, it's only going to get less and less as the marriage gets, older. So just put all that focus on you. Don't even worry about him. All right. Just whatever you can benefit from the relationship, from the marriage, put it into yourself. Or if y'all have kids, put it into your kids and yourself, because you can't fix that. All right. They're not going to start all of a sudden loving you times 10. They never did. They never will. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I'm just being honest. Just being honest. Unless you get a super glow up and they think you finna leave them for somebody better, then they may start appreciating your appearance and what they could be losing. But that's about it. So that's the best you can do. Look good and focus on yourself. Become self-obsessed. Find something that fulfills you. And don't worry about him, because who cares? Just get his money. Okay. You said he's providing, but you got depressed because of him. Well, then stop hanging around him if you're depressed. Just make sure you just keep collecting his money. And I don't know how y'all get depressed for hanging around men. You're supposed to just be spending their money, not focused on them. Y'all be focused on the wrong thing. That's why y'all got issues. Y'all be focused on the wrong thing. You should have been focused on starting a business. You should have been focused on investing. You should have been, all of that. Why are you focused on him? He's not the focus. What are you creating for yourself? Y'all focusing on the wrong thing. That's why y'all messing up. All right. You going backwards. A man's supposed to lift you to the next level, not make you fall back into depression or the depression period. Get money. What do you focus on? Start something new. Okay. Y'all are literally just doing that to yourselves. All right. What would I do if I were 17 again? I think I was doing everything right already. Shoot. Yeah. I was good at 17, man. Maybe I would have started a business sooner, but I don't know. I think I did everything like I was supposed to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So yeah, y'all, if you're moving backwards, you get with a man, your life's supposed to improve. If you get with a man and it starts going down the drain, it's time to go. Get your money and leave. Okay. That's an indicator when it's time to go. All these broke dusties and Pickmieshas will always ask you the question, what would you do if your man fell off or you needed him? I don't know. That's not my business and not my problem. That's his problem and his business. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about it, but I know hopefully he knows what he gonna do about it. All right. If you want, like, if men want to be this dominant figure in the world and act like they rule the world and that this world don't turn without them, then act like it. Okay. Why do you need me to help you as a grown, able-bodied man who's supposed to quote unquote rule the world? Get on your feet, go do something. You know? So yeah. If they're not improving your life, they don't need to be in it. Period. If you allow them in your life and they're not improving it, it's now your fault as a woman, because you know better. It's your fault. If you know better, you already know he ain't doing nothing and you keep letting him stick around, you keep entertaining him. Now it's your fault. Okay. It's your fault. But if that's what you like, if that's what you like to do, don't complain about it. Don't complain. All right. You're dating for a married man who fund your entire life. I know that's right, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Get your money, because somebody else will if you don't. You say you don't want to be around his family, and how do you set boundaries with your main provider? You don't want to be around his family. Aunt Ethel. They remind me too much of my Aunt Ethel who passed. Tell him that. Can't be around anybody's family right now. Maybe soon, maybe later. Tell me you don't want to meet no family until you meet some rings, some bills. Like, I don't really like meeting people's families unless I know that there's a future for sure. Sure, I don't have no ring, so I'm not meeting nobody's family. All right? Sure. Whatever. Okay, so if you're moving backwards as a Pickmiesha, these are some of the signs you're moving backwards. If you haven't deleted his number out of your phone or blocked him if he has nothing to offer you, especially if you know he ain't finna come up in the next 5 or 10 years, he's just gonna be dusty for life. You don't have no kids with him, he needs to be totally blocked. If you keep dust in your phone and you know that there's no hope for them to improve, you're also moving backwards. If you give money to a man, you're moving backwards, okay? Don't ever do it again if you have. If you want an ex back who did nothing for you, you're moving backwards. If an ex tries to get you back with you but offers you nothing to improve your life and your lifestyle, moving backwards, okay? So you can't move backwards if you want to get somewhere. And like I said, it means you're done if you keep moving backwards. It means you don't understand growth, development, self-love, leveling up. It means you don't understand none of that. You're stuck in a dumb, dusty cycle because of desperation and low self-esteem. That's what it means. So you don't want to stay moving backwards for long, okay? Wake up, y'all. Wake up. Starts with understanding, the value of yourself. Yes. Leave it alone. There's nothing they can do for you but cause more issues. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Where did you find the man with the money? Men with money are on the rich side of town or next to nice office buildings during happy hour or lunch. Okay. They're all on the rich side of town, dilly-and dallying. They're in nice dealerships for luxury vehicles. They're in tennis clubs, golf clubs. They're in country clubs. They're in nice restaurant bars. They're on the rich side of town doing rich activities. They're not on the poor part of town. They're not in the middle class part of town unless they own a business over there and they come in to check up on it. Okay. The guys that have money are not on the same side of town as Dusty's are. So you have to get up and go somewhere where everyone has money. That's where you're going to find them. Okay. Is 30 pounds overweight too much for, I don't know, ma'am. I don't know how tall you are. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just go to the med spa and get to the weight you want to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're unsure, then test out the med spa offerings. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. I actually was scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, and I saw Serena Williams was on some of that med spa stuff, that you can get at the med spa. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you deal with a woman who flirts low key in front of you with your? I don't care enough about that man. Worried about no woman flirting in front of me with him. Don't care. You need to care about the money. Is he giving her money? The answer is no. Then who cares? Is she ugly? Probably so. Will he risk it all to be with her for you? Will he risk it all to be with her in front of you? Probably not. Men cannot help that women flirt with them. They just can't help it. Women are Pickmieshas and they're going to flirt right in front of your face because they're bold and they don't think that you are probably going to do anything about it. And also they know that all men cheat. So they're shooting their shot because they're Pickmiesha. All right. There's nothing you could do about it, but act like it doesn't bother you at all because it shouldn't. If you're secure within yourself, I really don't care. I just be laughing with them. It wouldn't bother me at all. Don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you do a provider? How do you know a provider man likes you after the first date? If he makes a second date and it's nice. And if he says, if there's ever anything you need, just let me know. And means it and follows through. All right. Yeah. He claims I will be giving up on the marriage because I don't let him control. Tell him you'll be giving up on him because he wants to control. It's like, oh no, I'm just gonna give up on you because you want to control. I know you got a boss. I know you can't control nothing else in your life, and you thought when you got married you can control a woman, but surprise, that's not how it works. If you want to control something, control the numbers, increase in that bank account. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what I tell them. If you want control over something, get control over the increase of that bank account. How about that? Sprinkle, sprinkle. These men are not giving you money, so you have to say that they'll borrow me money, and now he asked, girl, because you're not smart. Look, if a man can't give you money, wrong target, on to the next. If you're dumb enough to borrow money from a man, that is now your problem. Okay? I told y'all, only Pickmieshas borrow money. Only ugly women borrow money. Cute women collect money and never have to give it back. So you just put yourself in the category of Pickmiesha, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? As soon as you fix your lips to say borrow, you're stupid. Okay? If you can't give it to me, I don't even want it. Next, you got to do better. All right? Stop being so desperate. That's why you always need a backup, and you got to improve your looks all the time, daily. Second date tonight. Got your 3-pack Heaux collab pheromones. Thank you, girl. You got these? I know that's right. Okay, good luck, conscious fit nurse. I know they're going to work. Try to press him. And if you really like them, throw on that. Go to the bathroom during mid-date and throw on that essence of ecstasy. Use all 3, but use the essence of ecstasy toward the end of the night. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You live in India, college student, 21, live outside home time, can't go to rich side of town, daily financial constraints. How do I find a provider? Well, whenever you can get to the rich side of town, go over there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because there's nothing you can do if you can't get there, baby. Nothing you can do until you can get over there. That's what you got to do. You got to be able to get over there. You got to make a way to get over there as often as you can. If you can't get over there during the week, get over there at another time whenever you can. That's where they're at. They're not coming to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay. You said true crime considers terms like Aunt Ethel as being fraudulent or scamming. How do you go around that? It's not fraudulent or scamming. If you find an Aunt Ethel, okay, it's not fraudulent or scamming at all. Because how does he know that Aunt Ethel isn't real to you? Now you can get into mental illness and use it finally for something for what it's worth. You don't see Aunt Ethel? I see her all the time. All right. So maybe only you see her. That don't mean she don't exist. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe she's already passed on to the other side. And you see dead people and you can't tell the difference whether they're alive or dead. You could be a psychic medium. You don't know. Maybe you forgot your meds that week. And Aunt Ethel is as real as could be. All right. Thank you, new member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, conscious fit nurse. Yeah. I'm always rely on what I can rely on. Aunt Ethel is real. She's a spirit of the imagination. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If we claim that Aunt Ethel is a spirit of the imagination, if we claim that Aunt Ethel is a patron saint, then they can't deny that because they don't deny religion. So, loophole. Sprinkle, sprinkle. People collect money for Jesus every day, bam. And the church and the building fund. They don't call that fraud, and it's tax-free. So, Aunt Ethel is just as worthy to collect funds in the name of. Okay? There's your loophole. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Clock that, clock that. How to create alter ego like Beyonce. Girl, that's what the costume store is for. Get into it. That's what makeup is for. That's what the costumes are for. That's what clothing is for. Look at drag queens. Just go do it. Mm-hmm. Just go do it. Have fun. You know, create whatever you want. Why don't you create Aunt Ethel? You can be your own Aunt Ethel, like on Psycho, Bates Motel. You would have been a phenomenal lawyer. Yeah. That's why I didn't become one, because I'd be helping people get away with too much, and then I probably feel bad. Can you manifest your man to be successful? I mean, you can try. But if it don't work anytime soon, you know what to do. Sprinkle. Get an extra one that's already successful. How to make a business using his credit card. Okay. Find you a business website. If he tells you you can use his credit card and says you can go buy whatever you want, go online and find a website like Shopify and hook it up to his credit card to pay for like the monthly stuff, and all that kind of stuff, and have it as a credit card on there for all your stuff. Then you go on to if you're going to sell merchandise, you go on to a wholesale company or a dropship company and you purchase inventory with his credit card. Okay. They can either send it to you and you ship it out yourself, or they can ship it out for you and you just collect the price, that you set. You collect the royalties on the price that you set, or the percentage. That's literally it. Okay. That's all you got to do. If you're going to ship the stuff out yourself, you're going to need to also buy shipping supplies, probably a printer, printing paper, and labels, and hook your credit card up to, or hook his credit card up to, all that kind of stuff. So it'd be very easy. It should only take you about a day or two to set up. You can pay for the LLC or the EIN number on the IRS website to get a business number. It's like a social security number. It's an EIN number. It costs like $12 or $14, and you should have it by the end of the day. All right. You can start a business literally in one day if he gives you his credit card for one day. If you smart. If you dumb, you're probably going to be in the mall trying to buy some stuff that's going to be out of style in a couple of months. But if you're smart, you'll have a business or a couple of businesses online if he gave you his credit card. Sprinkle. All right. So you said I could buy whatever I want. I bought some businesses, or I may start some business and I bought some inventory. Start your little TikTok shop. Who knows? Sprinkle. Okay. Why you're still single when they ask? Oh, because he died, baby. Sprinkle. He died or he moved out the country. Those are the two things you use. He died, he moved out the country. All right. It was a tragic accident, or I'm not trying to move out the country. Sprinkle. Your EIN number is free. Sometimes you got to pay a certain amount to get maybe like the business name registered. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Anyway. Sprinkle. So yeah, he died or he moved out the country, baby. Basically none of his business. Say, lucky for you. I always start off like that. Well, lucky for you, he moved out of the country and I didn't want to go with him. We're still friends, but I'm not trying to move. Or like, he didn't make it. Rest his soul. We lost him, and start on your story. Start on your lore. Bust that notebook out of this make-believe person that is no longer with us. Y'all need to have some lore behind y'all stories to make it believable. You say he got deported. Girl, no. Say he moved on his own. That way it makes it look like it was your choice. Okay. Yeah, girl, y'all need to have a whole story, a name, a nickname, some background, and make it believable. Because some of y'all just be lying and they know y'all are lying because you don't have enough detail with the story. You don't have no lore, you ain't got no detail. They know it's a lie. This is why women are better liars, because we have more imagination. Okay. They're going to start tuning out after about the third sentence. So they're just going to automatically believe you because no liar is putting that much detail and effort into a story. Okay. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, how do you get so smart like you? Oh, let me tell you. One of the guys on my roster is an alien. He be sending me messages from outer space and stuff, girl. That's how. Gotta get you one of them alien glucose guardians, baby. I'm joking. Okay. Or am I? Y'all are silly. Is my background real? Yes, ma'am. Y'all see all these boxes and junks and stuff back here? Look. Yes, I can grab stuff from the background very easily. Isn't that amazing? You said you thought you was the only one that used glucose guardian? Girl, it's intergalactical glucose guardian. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-huh. Y'all go into conspiracy theory and I love it. It's funny. Okay, so gotta get you one of them, okay? Or you can have enough free time to read books, to learn things, to be quick on your feet. You know, you can like literally unprogram yourself from a lot of thinking that makes you not as, what you call it, quick. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so if you're moving backwards, you are a Pickmiesha. Yep. Don't go back to no dusty exes. Don't believe the hype. Don't let people back in without re-entry fees over and over. If they disappear, they got to pay to come back temporarily because it's not a permanent thing. If somebody wants to talk to you, it's gonna cost them. If they ghosted you, or if you have parted ways, it's gonna cost them to come back. Okay, because just think of yourself like, okay, let's say somebody goes into a club and they pay to get in, right? And now they leave early or they leave. Now they trying to get back in. They ain't got no stamp, no armband, or not. They got to pay again. Okay. Same thing. Re-entry fee. They want to get, they want to pay it. That means they like you. Okay. If you don't want them to come back in, just deny their access and then block. But if you want them to attempt to pay that re-entry fee and then dismiss them shortly after, that's up to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank y'all. You said, how can you dress in a feminine way at university? Wear pink, wear pastel colors, wear skirts, wear cutesy clothes, girl. I don't know how to dress there. Just wear some cute stuff. All right. Wear cute stuff. I think they got all these accounts on Instagram and TikTok of college girls and sororities getting dressed every day. I don't know, do what they do. Mm-hmm. Go watch them. Someone says wear pearls. Yeah, I guess it also depends on what college you go to as well. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said, am I still taking the weight loss? I need to take one today. Thanks for reminding me. I need to take the weight loss shot today because I done gained a few pounds over the last week. I've been big backing. I was on vacation. My daughter Layla is like always trying to experiment in the kitchen and cooking food and stuff. So I've been tasting her foods. And yeah, overwhelmed by wig wedding plans of a provider due to family financial and social background, broke off engagement. What should I do? Wig wedding, big wedding. Okay, I think you meant to put big. Girl, I would have just got married and sent the invitation to the wrong address. Sprinkle. Oh my gosh, did I have the right address on there? I am so sorry. Or just don't send none out at all. Just say that the mail carrier must have lost them. Or they just didn't come. Sprinkle. Anyway, I ain't finna let nothing stop me from getting my money. Okay. They just not gonna get the invitation if y'all don't want them there. They ain't coming. All right. If you did want them there and you are torn between how they're gonna act and how maybe they're ratchet, I don't know. If that's why you call it off, then just go somewhere and elope. Marriage is all about the money anyway. Save the wedding money and go on a honeymoon, invest the rest, start you a business. If you don't want to throw no big wedding with your embarrassing family, just keep the money. All right, sprinkle. Either way, get the money though. You said if you're thinking of moving to Texas, go there in the summer. You shower 3 times a day. All right. Or put your air conditioner on and stop and put on deodorant and stop going outside. Look, in Texas, if you I've lived here all my life. I go from my car AC to indoor AC. And my AC is always blasting. I always have a fan on because it is hot in Texas. If y'all be outside lingering around and if there's no cool breeze or it's not evening or early morning, that's why y'all hot and stink. You got to go from AC to AC. Sprinkle. Okay. Thank you. Ooh. Sure. How to minimize the negatives of pretty privilege, especially for women. Own your own business. Look, there are beautiful women that are entrepreneurs. They may have gotten married or they may have been entrepreneur before they got married, but I see so many beautiful women starting businesses online every day. Start your own business. You're not supposed to work for other people. Okay. You are your own marketing campaign. You are a living, walking, talking advertisement. You are a beauty product within itself. Learn that. Okay. People don't need you to do technical stuff. And also people are going to treat you the way that, they're going to give you pretty privilege, but the people that are jealous of you are not. Okay. But they will buy your products. Understand me. Sprinkle. Okay. So you're supposed to be an entrepreneur. And if people treat you bad for being pretty, well, you understand there are jealous people in this world and the world ain't fair. But you shouldn't have to work around them. Okay, they're mad because they think you're gonna take their raise that they would work 20 years for, and they can't go off and marry somebody and retire, at an early age. They got to stay there until they pension kick in. Okay, sprinkle. Dated older man provider. It's great first year, few months. They later get controlling. You stand up for yourself, and eventually, I'm told I have too much mouth and not giving peace. Am I wrong for accepting this disrespect? You're supposed to have two of them, baby. Supposed to have two men. If they get controlling, tell them I need some time to think, and go to the other one. If they try to get controlling, that's when you pull all that money out that you were saving and that they were giving you and that you started your business with, and you say, you know what, you're right, I gotta go. Because if you need someone to control, I think you need to go adopt an emotional support animal that you can train. Okay, I would politely put them in their place while taking all the money that I gathered while I was there and moving on, because that's the whole reason you're there in the first place. You're not there to please them. You're not there to convince them that they control something. You are there to collect their money. Period. If you're not doing that, ask yourself why you didn't do that. Because I don't care what they're saying. Eventually, they're not going to like me once they figure it out. They're not going to be okay with me not caring about them eventually. But if they like you times 10, they're not going to want to control you. They're not going to want to do all those things. You know what I'm saying? So if they genuinely like you, they're not going to want to control you. But if they don't genuinely like you and they see you as a possession, they're going to try to control you. So once you figure out that you are just a possession, make sure you take your possessions and some of his and you move along, because you were never a possession in the first place. Okay. They were just stupid. Okay. So take your possessions and some of his that he gave you and move along. That's all you got to do. On to the next, darling. You should be well on your way to funding your first business, your second business, or you should be well on your way of investing something and growing your money that you got from him for dealing with that. Okay. That's it. Don't be a possession. Just be a decoy of getting his money. Sprinkle. See, most of these guys think that you want marriage, you want a man, you want to be taken care of. Okay, whatever. Let him believe whatever you want. Get the money. And then when none of that works out, or when they start acting stupid, take what you got and leave. Okay? And if you do that, guess what? You're going to be smiling and laughing. Yeah. It's like, oh, well, I got what I came for. Sprinkle. Okay. He said, what's your favorite way to use misogyny against men? You play dumb. You just a girl. Okay? Be just a girl. Play real dumb. Okay, I'll give you a good example. Men don't like dumbness, but they like to look smart in front of you. They like to teach you. They like to help you. Okay. If you're a damsel in distress, they will help you, especially if it's something that they think they know something about. So find something that they think they know something about and be a victim of it. But it can't be your fault. So, for example, act like you got scammed online or something. Just lie. Act like you got scammed online and cry. Like when they give you some money and you want some more, just act like you got scammed online and cry. Sprinkle. Then he'll give you cash from now on. All right. So he'll give you cash from now on. Y'all, I think this lip liner too dark. I just have on some dark lip liner. I had to get that one to Sasha because she likes the dark lip liner. I think I need more of a nude color or a maroon. But anyway, this is a good one. So, yeah, a lot of them telling you got scammed online. If they give you cash from now on. So you just take it directly to the bank. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if you have not heard from him since Sunday morning? Should I text him or wait? Girl, don't text no man. I don't care if you heard from him or not. If you don't see his picture in the obituary, then who cares? He ghosted you. Leave him alone. Do not text. Why are you going to look for him? He ain't coming to look for you, man. If he's old, he might be dead. All right, so check the obituaries. But if he's not old, leave him alone. All right, y'all don't be moving backwards. Don't be chasing no man. He haven't called you since Sunday. He don't want to call you. Listen to my words. That man has not contacted you since Sunday. You think there's something, you think he's tied up being held hostage? You think he's urging to try to call you, but something is not allowing him to? No, he just decided, I don't want to call that chick. So he just hasn't done it. All right. So therefore, what you gonna do? You gonna call him to see why he don't want to call you? Why do you don't want to call me? You want to be a Pickmiesha? Wonderful. Go ahead and call him and ask him why he don't want to call you. Why don't you want to call me? Go ask him and come back and tell me what he say. I know there's Dusty in here somewhere. Look, Dusty, if you ain't call no chick, any man, he don't even have to be Dusty. If a man doesn't call a chick for days, he don't want to. He don't want to. He just decided in his little brain that I'm not going to call that chick. I don't want to talk to her. I don't care enough about her to have another conversation. Maybe if she's desperate, she'll call me. And if I feel sorry enough for her, Pickmiesha butt, I'll answer. Okay, that's exactly what they're saying. So, ma'am, if you want to reach out, go on right ahead. But I'm going to tell you what they think of you. Desperate Pickmiesha. Sometimes you got to paint the picture and tell the story, because some people don't realize that's just how stupid y'all look. Mm-hmm. Okay. If he ain't old, he might not be dead, and you don't need to contact him. You don't need no wellness check, no welfare check. He's old. He's not old. You know where he at. Don't even go looking for him. Just let him be. Learn how to let people ghost you and learn how to ghost people too. He just check the obituaries. He's not in there. Okay, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, at least you know he's still alive. All right. You say I would have deleted his number by now. Exactly, girl. Why you still got that number in your phone? Delete. Tips and advice for a 17-year-old wanting to start a business and look for providers in college. Well, you can start an online business, a dropship company, or maybe a little TikTok store. I don't know. Or you could just, do something like that. Where you're going to find a provider is probably somewhere on the rich side of town. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is your college on the rich side of town? Or do you live close to the rich side of town? Well, whatever business that you start, you can do like pop-ups, or you can like sign up as a vendor to like certain events or farmers markets, or like certain like types of events on the rich side of town, or in general. You can market yourself as, have some little cards made out. I don't know, whatever you're going to be selling as your business. Go on the rich side of town. They have the little farmers markets and like vending things or whatever. This fall is coming up and they always have those holiday markets, stuff like that. Get in there on a weekend. Yeah. If the people look rich, give them your card. I'm online too. I'm local. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Put your picture on the card. All right. If you look good, have your picture on the back of the card. Especially if you're in the beauty industry or selling beauty related items or whatever. How to get rid of a stalker from 5 years ago who is blocked but still finds a way. Find a way to do what, ma'am? Put money in your account? Thank you, Sophia. What's he doing to you? Like, is there anything that he's doing negative besides just looking at your page? Like, what's he doing? Just sending you crazy emails or stuff like that? Like, what's he doing? What's he doing that's bothering you? Someone said protection order. Yeah. I need to know what he's doing. That way I can give you a better answer. Like, what's he doing wrong? Is he just lurking on your page, or is he sending you emails or calling your number? What's he doing? Texting, calling your cousin. Okay, well, he's not stalking you. He's stalking your cousin. He's texting you and your cousin? Okay. We'll save all the texts and send them to the authorities and tell him you're sending them to the authorities. Or you just block every number that he attempts to use. You just keep blocking. Okay. Just keep blocking, or text back a message saying, Cash App, Cash App, Cash App. Keep texting the Cash App. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Set up the automatic text that sends Cash App request. Okay, alert the authorities that this man keeps harassing you. Okay. Or have a fake pregnancy. How's he gonna call if you got? He's gonna give up if you think you're pregnant. That's the fastest way to get rid of anybody. Okay, put up a fake post of a pregnancy test. He won't bother you anymore. All right, get you a picture of a pregnancy test online. The next time he texts or call you, send it to him. I'm a child. He will be gone. There's no chance of him ever wanting you back or getting you back once you got somebody else baby in your stomach. He don't want it back, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now you somebody else's problem in his mind. Fake pregnancy test. Like, you know what? I'm so glad you called. I need a baby daddy to the new baby. You want to be the stepfather? He's going to be gone quick. Okay. Give him some responsibility. He'll leave you alone. Provider has been married twice. Does everything, is it okay to be together for years without marriage? I think he's afraid. A girl, just get his money. Girl, sprinkle, sprinkle. The goal is the money. He's already been married twice. He'll probably marry again once he realizes that at any given time, all the money that he's giving you can walk out the door without a fight. You know what I mean? So if you are focused on his money and collecting it, and you make him spend lots of money, he's most likely to marry you, because men want to keep their investments. Okay. So make that man spend as much as you can, and you'll most likely get married. Okay. Big ticket items, not no little stuff. All right. Big ticket items. Property, cars, major bills, and vacations, all those things. Jewelry. Make sure he's buying you a lot of stuff, because that's his investment into the marriage later on down the line. He don't know it yet, but when he realizes how much money he'd have spent on you and you can walk away at any given time, he might start to rethink that. Okay. Thank you. Get that money, man. Focus on that. Y'all are silly. Okay, Shera, this guy, 21, was in a situationship for 3 months, flew me out, had a vacation, 2K, he dropped at 23, but said I was too innocent. Girl, so he was DoorDash. Wonderful. $2,000 DoorDash. That's what you were. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you can now put on your resume that you were $2,000 DoorDash. You got flown out for $2,000. The man told you, thanks, but no thanks. I'm done. And sent you back on your way. So when I tell y'all ladies, stop flying out to these men, you're just DoorDash. DoorDash, Instacart, Uber Eats, food delivery service. Okay? DoorDash is a company where you can click on your phone. It's an app. And you can order food and they will go to the restaurant and bring it all the way to your house. Mm-hmm. If you're a DoorDash, if you're international DoorDash, if somebody orders you, puts you on a plane, pays you some money and sends you back on your way, you're DoorDash. Okay? So when you get flown out, that's DoorDash. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone says, just see him as a vacation. Exactly. You were DoorDash to him, he was a vacation to you. If you look at it differently and you can accept it and move along, better for you. If you understand what you're doing, it's better for you. When you don't understand what you're doing, you end up being DoorDash. Somebody said, you're confused but spoiled. He spoiled me and did what I wanted, but I told him I'd be offline after something bad happened. He didn't seem to care what to do. Huh? Men don't care. That's what you do. Call the other one. Get the money. They don't care. Okay, why do y'all think they care? They don't care. They don't care, ma'am. Has he spent a lot of money on you? Mm-hmm. He spoiled you. That's enough. That's enough caring. They feel like when they spoil you, they don't have to care. Just get the money. You know, you want too much. You want them to spoil you and pretend they care? Where's your emotional support animal? Where's your bestie? Where's your mother? Where's your sister? You know, they gave you the money. Now go find someone else who cares, basically. Yeah, don't be so needy. Why do you need them for everything? You're going to get sick and tired of you. Okay? Like, dang, I just gave her money. I did everything she wanted. Now she wants me to be her emotional support animal. Oh, this chick getting on my nerve. You know, let him breathe, girl. Go get you somebody else. Have a backup. Spend this money. Y'all doing too much. Y'all want too much from these men. As far as emotional neediness, look, just get their money and find your emotional neediness from someone else. Okay? Someone say get an emotional support animal or a hobby. Please do. Yes. Because some of y'all are looking too deep into the situations. Men don't care like women care. And the faster you learn that, the faster you can collect your money. Okay? The faster you learn that men don't care like women care, the faster you can just collect your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You said your dog helps you out with emotions. You got 20 men. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Why Dusties give the best emotional support? Because they don't have no money. That's all they have to give. They're giving you emotional support so they can keep their shelter and your tax return. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's going to be all right, baby. Don't worry. Can I borrow the car? It's going to be all right, baby. Don't worry. Can I flip them taxes? It's going to be all right, darling. Don't worry. You know, can I get some new shoes? They do it for a place to stay. Exactly. It's going to be all right, baby. Don't worry. Don't send me back to my mama house. That's why Dusties give the best emotional support. because they have to. They'll have no choice. They can't give you no money. And I have a name for them. Emotional support dusties. Okay. Some of y'all would rather be the breadwinner, go clock in for 12 hours a day just to come home to your emotional support dust. Okay. What do you call a homeless musician? Single. Y'all are silly. It's okay to buy you a place. Is it okay to buy me a PlayStation? Yeah, they want that the latest video games, huh? Right? Emotional support dust. That's what y'all are creating out here. By your emotional neediness. Y'all need to, yeah, I don't understand why women are so emotionally needy. Let me tell y'all something, ladies. And I'm sorry if y'all have never heard this before, and I'm sorry I got to be the one to tell you. Nobody cares about your stinking emotions except for you. Let me repeat that. No one cares about your stinking emotions except for you. Okay? And if you don't believe me, when one of your friends comes up to you with a problem and they're all in their emotions and they're crying over their dusty or they're crying over something, you just want to hurry up and get them to stop worrying about whatever it is they're worrying about so you can move on to the next thing, correct? You don't really care about their emotions. You just want them to hurry up and shut up and be better, right? That's right. You don't truly care about their emotions. You're just like, you know what, it's going to work itself out. Don't worry. Just, do this. You're trying to hurry up and get the moment past because you don't care. And neither does anybody else. So stop trying to make people care about your emotions and focus on how to get a more beneficial life out of the people that you're hanging around. Okay. Thank you, Quiet Takeover, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I appreciate you, girl. Are you a girl? Or are you a guy? I can't see the pic, but thank you. Appreciate you. So no one cares. So stop acting like people care. They just don't. Just get the money. Get you an emotional support animal. The animal will pretend to care as long as you feed it and pet it and give it shelter. Okay, just like a dusty will. Except they're not going to do the worst. All right. When men don't care and hear bad news, I wish them well. Thank you, Normal, for the super chat. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The super sticker. Yeah. People don't really care. They just pretend to care because it seems like the nice thing to do. They really don't. Most people only care about their kids and their pets and possibly their spouse if they act right. Maybe their mom and dads, close family members, but that's it. Other than that, nobody really cares. So stop acting like they do. Mm-hmm. The culture in my country is always to be 50-50, barely any providers. How can I find one? Don't want an online date. I'm a student. And just get you an older one. I know old man gonna ask you to pay for 50-50. He too old for that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You find you an old man and you're young. Is that old man gonna expect you to come with half of everything? No, because he old. He got the money. You ain't got no money. So you can't pay 50-50. Okay? Get you an older man. Most older guys don't need no 50-50. They got it. Okay, and he's gonna look stupid if he's old asking you for money. Don't go together. Get you an older man. Okay, he's gonna think it's ridiculous asking somebody way younger than him for some money. It's gonna look stupid. Get you an older man. Okay. A dude with gray hair gonna ask you to come up off of half the money, and you sitting over here young and fresh? No, I don't think so. Date older. If you live in a country where everybody's 50-50, you're gonna have to date older. Mm-hmm. Yeah, always date older if you live in a 50-50 country. Your chances are higher for finding a provider. You have a long-term sugar daddy, but you met a new guy who can provide more, but he wants exclusive. I don't trust him yet. I want to keep it. Okay. Keep both of them and have the other one stack your account while he's proving himself. Okay. Come up with unethical, come up with fake stuff that you need to collect money for, and see if the other one's going to put his money where his mouth is. Okay. Collect from the other one. Stack, stack, stack until if you make a choice, I wouldn't even make a choice. I'd keep both. But if you have to make a choice, make sure he's investing in you heavily to where if you made the wrong choice, you can leave at any given time and go do something else. So stack that money. You can't leave right away. They got to prove themselves. If you don't trust somebody, listen to that. Because most of the time you're not supposed to give, definitely not supposed to give blind trust. So stack that account. That's the trust you need. The trust of him stacking that account. All right. You got to pay for his trust. It ain't free. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you have a book out at the upscale bar? Yes, because nothing says don't bother me or interrupt me like reading. Now you can keep a book on the counter. Not my book, because that's going to be a dead giveaway. Put the book on the counter. Let it be a conversation piece. Don't be reading it. Don't be like this because they're not going to bother you. Put the book on the counter and look like a nerd that brought a book to the bar. All right? People already know that if you're at a bar, why would you be reading? You get drunk. What you going to be reading? Okay, you getting tipsy. What you reading? Getting tipsy. Okay. Now, if you were to bring a book to a waiting room of getting your car serviced at a luxury dealership, that's different. If you're in a doctor's office with a book, that's different. If you're at a bar with a book, it's, please talk to me. I'm so desperate. Please ask about this book so we can start a conversation. Here's an icebreaker right here. What are you doing? Please don't pass this by. So, act like you enjoy what you're doing. Act like you enjoy the ambiance of the bar, the drink, the appetizer, whatever you're doing. Okay? Most people only bring books to bars to attract attention and icebreakers and conversation starters. You can do it if you want to, but people know exactly what you're doing. Just saying. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, when it comes down to money, I don't trust females. The funny thing about men that call women females is they reduce them to their genitalia. So you shouldn't trust you shouldn't trust genitalia. Protect yourself, okay? Now, if you're talking about women and you're referring to ladies, okay, they don't trust you to begin with anyway. So the feeling is definitely mutual. But when men talk about women as genitals, don't be mad when we talk about y'all like wallets. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? Wonderful. Moving along. Okay. They don't refer to you as a whole entire person. They only refer to you as your gender. As your sex, not even your gender. Okay? You don't have to make it clear to us that you're talking about. Okay? It's so ghetto when people refer to women as females. It shows you your level of education. It's not very high. We know you're dusty. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. When somebody tries to disrespect me, do I keep quiet and not react, or what to do? If someone's disrespecting you, you just ignore it and walk away if it's not beneficial to you. You know what I mean? So you don't always need to fight and argue with somebody. That's how they try to emotionally control you. The best thing to do is just leave it alone. Okay? If they're not beneficial, walk away. Period. If somebody calls you out your name, it's like, well, I'm so sorry you can't afford it. I gotta go. I'm so sorry that I'm not, that we're not in the same tax bracket. Gotta go. Well, I'm so sorry that you can't take rejection. Work on that. Gotta go. You know, be done. Leave. So sorry you haven't learned how to take rejection, but I gotta go. I'm so sorry you thought that I liked you for real. You ain't got no money. I gotta go. Your provider is getting you a lease apartment. What? Can it be in his name or mine? Thanks for all of it. What do you want it in? Do you want it in his name or your name? That's up to you, ma'am. Sparkle. I mean, if you're not on the lease, you can get kicked out. So maybe both of your names or just his name. If you're not trying to be responsible for anything. But if your name ain't on there, you can get kicked out. Sparkle. You said Jezebel is the spirit of ruin and destruction and child traumas. Okay. Well, Aunt Ethel is the spirit of getting this money. Sparkle. And fake old lady trauma. All right. Going on a date tonight, ask him to get me a car nicely. And he said it would be easier if I coordinate and he would pay. What? Am I being too much out if I flake? I don't like that answer. What do you mean coordinate? Like he gonna give you the money after? Okay, I don't know what type of town you live in. If you live in a walking town like New York, it's only polite to send a car. But if you live in a town where you're supposed to have a car, men start to look at you very different. Okay, sprinkle. If you had reworded it and gave him false hope, he would have paid. If you would have said, I can't wait to see you tonight. I'm so excited for our date. But just in case I get a little bit tipsy, it would be so sweet of you if you sent a car so I don't have to drive. They're going to send that car right on over. Okay? Because they think they're finna get something in return, but when they're not. There you go. Y'all gotta give them false hope because that's all they work on. Yeah. That's all they believe in. False hope, baby. Give it to them. Okay. False hope goes a long way, darling. Ask Pickmiesha. Should you get busy right before so he would have to send it to me? Yeah. So say, okay, my friend's going to pick me up and drop me off. And then at the last minute, say that you're paying your friend, you cash out your friend some money to come pick you up. But she's going to come pick you up and drop you off. But then all of a sudden, she can't make it. And you spent all your little cash out money on paying her. And she's not answering. She ain't send it back. So unless he could send you a car, you ain't finna go. But you should have started off with the false hope at the beginning. How to use your advantage when provider is insecure, doesn't like to take blame, completely attached to you, keeps tabs on you 24 hours. Say, look here, clingy. They got these things called testosterone shots, and you need to go ask your doctor about them and stop being such a yeah. Okay. That man needs some testosterone, baby. How old is he? His testosterone is low. All right. Get him some testosterone supplements and send him on his way to the doctor and suggest testosterone shots because he's acting too much like a girl. He's too clingy. Like there's no reason. I've never met a man that act like this before. This is just, you need to go talk to your doctor. I think your testosterone may be a little low. This did lie, especially if he's old, girl. He also, my dad went through the same thing, and my mom was like, oh my gosh, why is he acting like this? Girl, he just needed some testosterone. Get him some testosterone, okay? Because that's not how a grown, able-bodied man's supposed to act. You said you just described a narcissist with low testosterone. Okay? You can be, the easiest way to gaslight a narcissist, because if you say you're dealing with a narcissist, is to suggest that they go and seek the help that they don't even consider that they need. Like, you know what? I understand why you're acting like this. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I got her. You just need some testosterone, boy. Go get some, because gaslight them all the way. It's like, you tripping. You acting like a girl. Go get you some testosterone. It ain't even worth it. You can no more chicken wings for you, sir. All them hormones in there. You should go vegan for 2 weeks. Get that out your system and go get you some testosterone, because this is not it. Totally emasculate them, girl. Sprinkle. In a nice way, in a concerned way. Don't even take offense to what he's doing. Just blame it on his chemical imbalance. And feel sorry for him. And actually have some actual experience in the subject. Your dad went through the same thing. Oh my gosh. Act like you know what you're talking about and send him on his way. Sprinkle. Then he's going to start questioning himself. Do I really do I need some testosterone? Am I acting like a woman? If her dad went through it, maybe I'm going through it. Maybe I should go check myself. Then you're going to do whatever you want. Have them questioning their own self, girl. That's how you do it. Do I really need some testosterone? Is that going to help my beard grow all the way in? Maybe if I have some more testosterone, I can get more attention from other people. I don't have to be worried about what she's doing. Maybe they need to get some testosterone. Maybe all y'all dusties need to go get some testosterone. Maybe y'all will start acting like men again. I don't know. Perhaps. I don't know. But if I were y'all dusties, I'd go find out. Real quick. Y'all over there doing them Wingstop mukbangs on TikTok. Don't even realize it's depleting your testosterone levels. Anyway, when you say never be a man's piece, how do you start to implement this from day one? Always have something wrong. Always need something more. Always never be satisfied. Only on the 5th time are you ever okay with the results that whatever they're doing, okay? Never be satisfied. Always want more. But you could do it in a nice way. But as long as they feel like their work is never done, they're going to keep trying, okay? You're not his piece, because as soon as he finds peace in you, he's going to go look for chaos and a problem to solve in another one. Okay? So you can never be his piece. You got to always be his problem. All right. Dusty that acted like provider in the beginning wants to come back and fix things, and he did do a re-entry fee. Now he's injured from work. Okay, of course he wanted to become injured from work to lay on your couch. And has a possible settlement. What to do? Girl, do you know that the oldest trick in the book is a Dusty to have a possible settlement? Do you know that's the oldest, dustiest trick in the book? Do you? Oh my gosh. Girl, did you fall for that? Well, as long as he has income coming in now that can pay 100% of your bills, wonderful. Hope he gets that settlement. But if you have to pick up the slack of a Dusty, he got you, girl. He paid his re-entry fee to come back. Now he's injured. Is he paying your bills? Oh, all of a sudden now he's expecting money from a settlement? It's going to be 20 years from now. He's going to be accepting that. He's going to be looking for that same money, girl. So, please, ma'am, tell him when he get his settlement that he can come back. Tell him when he get his settlement, he can come back. Please, y'all, don't believe that. I would never believe that out of somebody's mouth unless I helped him apply and went to the lawyer's office with him and got the paperwork done on his dime. And the lawyer said there's a high chance that we're going to get this set. And I need to hear from the lawyer's mouth. Okay? Not his. And you ain't entitled to none of that compensation because you ain't even his wife. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you were an HR consultant, but you ain't his wife. So how do you know that he's going to share it with you? Thank you, Bia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Well, if you trust that dust, then, you know, more power to you. Let us know how it turns out. Okay. Come back for part 2, ma'am. Like, let us know if you get that settlement. I would be still dating other men at the same time, but let us know what happened. How could I be so awake like you, Shira? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got to see dust coming from a mile away and get your mask, get your goggles, and head for shelter and get away from the dust. All right. Dust storms do not come to improve. All right. If the man is not coming to add to you, they're not for you. That's very simple. Anybody can do that type of foreseeing. If you're not coming to improve, you're not coming here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Thank you. Somebody asked me if I was a nanny. Are y'all asking me that or someone else? I hope y'all are asking someone else. That's hilarious. Can you give an online business idea that don't require much work and can mostly work on automation? Dropship company. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, find a dropship company. All you got to do is make a website, post the stuff. Whenever somebody orders something, they'll fulfill the order and send you your cut. That's literally it. So, dropship company. Whatever products you choose, wonderful. Pay for people to advertise it for you. Buy an ad online, and that's pretty much it. Okay. A lot of companies will just say, you know what? Sell these products. We'll ship them out. Share the links. Put the pictures on your website, and collect this money. That's all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you approach a man first if they're just staring and admiring from afar? Yes, if your name is Pickmiesha, baby. If your name is Pickmiesha and I'm going to do the work for this man instead of let him cross in the room, I'm going to cross my butt across the room like a good Pickmiesha and go talk to him because he over here looking and calling me with his eyes like I'm a dog and my name is Pickmiesha, Canine Pickmiesha. Yes, of course. Go. Thank you, Bahav. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay, if that's the title you want. Did I make it clear? I'm not being mean. I'm just trying to clarify what the situation is going to look like if you do. If you do go up to that man, that's what it's going to look like. Thank you, Erica. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I hope I painted that picture good enough for you to understand the answers. No, don't do that, girl. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Why isn't he man enough to get up and risk it all and cross the room and come and talk to you? Okay? Why isn't he going to be the man? Why do you got to get up and go do it? Why? You don't think that you're attractive enough, so you got to go walk over to him because you can't attract him? That might be it. Think about it. In your subconscious subliminal mind, you don't feel attractive enough to attract him. So now he's attracting you instead of you attracting him. Your self-esteem needs to get a little higher, and you need to understand your power as a woman. You attract, you don't chase. If you can't attract, he's not for you. Okay? So don't do it. Because let's just say y'all talk, y'all click, y'all go out on a date. And all of a sudden now he's not responding like he used to, or he ghosts you and you're mad and you're talking about, why didn't you call me? Ma'am, I didn't even walk up to you. That's what he's gonna pull out of his hat. I didn't even walk up to you. You came up to me. I'm the prize. You see? So you don't go up to a man. If they don't like you enough to come up to you, leave them alone, baby. If they're playing the feminine role in the situation of flirting, let them stay in their feminine role. Feminine men are supposed to repel feminine women. Feminine men attract masculine women. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Think about it like that. All right. Know your value, know your worth. That's it. "27 years old and you're 40, girl, leave him." Oh, I didn't see that. Somebody's the cougar up in here. Okay. Yeah. When do you block all contact? When he ain't paying none of your bills and he's talked to you a couple of times and haven't asked you out on no date. You talked to him a few times, he ain't asked you out on no date, block. You don't have to block him, but just stop responding to him. If he's not trying to pay no bills after y'all have been out and you hinted around about unethical and, some stuff that you need and he hasn't offered, stop responding to him. The only time you need to block people is when they're bothering you. Okay? Okay. Like y'all be using the block button because y'all's feelings get hurt or y'all don't get the answer y'all want. Most of the time, I'll only use the block button when people are bothering me or are offensive. Okay. Otherwise, it makes you look like you're emotionally unable to handle whatever just happened. Okay. Like, and you care too much. Block buttons should be if only somebody's bothering you or offending you. Block. They shouldn't be because you're emotionally unable to understand rejection. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Because how are they supposed to come back for the re-entry fee? Y'all be blocking money. Unless that man is harassing you and bothering you, you don't need to block them because they'll circle the block and have your re-entry fee. And then if they become botheration, block them. How to say when husband says most wives don't get what you get, or say, oh, well, I'm not most wives, baby. Oop, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not most wives. Okay? He just compared you to a group of women. You are not most wives. That's what you tell him. So, well, it's a good thing I'm not most wives. Put yourself right back on the pedestal he tried to take you off of. Put yourself right back up there. Whenever a man tries to pull you off your pedestal, climb right back up there. Every single time. And climb higher if you want to. All right? He said I should be more grateful. Then thank him for the stupid stuff every time. Thank you so much for waking up and being yourself. Most wives don't get a man like you. Be sarcastic with it. Thank you for doing the bare minimum. Most husbands don't even do that. Thank you so much. Thank you for actually doing what you said in your vows that you would do. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Yeah, most men just want respect and to feel like you're grateful for what they do, like little kids. Okay, you know when a little kid accomplishes something and they want you to be like, hooray, yay! So they want from y'all. They want you to praise their bare minimumness. Thank you, Baha. Frank. Thank you. They want to do something mediocre or barely doing something at all and want you to praise them like you do your little kids when they accomplish the littlest feats. But they're not little kids, they're grown, able-bodied men. So it's hard to act excited when they're not doing the most. Should we throw physical attraction out of the window? Yeah, girl, because you need to get some money. Okay. You should have had all the physical attraction when you was young. And when you get a little older, you need to just focus on the lifestyle and the money. And you can be the pretty one in the relationship. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So yes, most men are like little kids. They just want to be praised, respected, seen as a man. But the thing that most men don't realize is that whatever they're doing for us, or whatever they're doing, it's never really good enough anyway, because they don't do it right. They don't do it to our standards. And it's like praising that type of stuff is literally like praising a kid's ugly drawing that you can't even tell what it is. Okay, so that's why a lot of women don't act super appreciative or act like you're doing the most when you're just doing the bare minimum. Now, if you want your wife or your girlfriend to act like you're the best thing ever, then you got to go above and beyond. Okay. All right. What if you didn't get that when you were young? Well, that was the time to get it, ma'am. Sprinkle. You're going to be dumb looking for it when you get old. Sprinkle. Okay. You should have gone for looks when you were very young, because when you get old, it doesn't look right. It looks stupid. You old lady, old person looking for looks. Okay. I gotta go in a few minutes, y'all. What would I say to get a re-entry fee? If you want to continue this conversation, here's my Cash App. That's what I would say. Sprinkle. If you want to see me again, show me how much. Here's my Cash App, baby. I'm not getting ready to waste my time again with you. Sprinkle. You feel like you're not attractive enough to be dated by no guy is attracted to. How to get out of this curse. Okay, first of all, stop talking negatively about yourself and go do something about your looks. Sprinkle. All right, everybody know how to use eyeliner, eyebrow pencil, wigs, makeup. Go watch RuPaul's Drag Race and go transform into something that looks better. Sprinkle. Okay, become an artist. Focus your skills and mindset on that first. Dress and look cute. All right. How do I feel about men watching my videos? I don't care. I feel like if men are watching my videos and taking notes, they don't have enough money anyway for this to even really affect them in any sort of way. Most men that have a lot of money, they don't look at women as gold diggers. They're just normal women. They require a lot. Women are expensive naturally by nature. Okay. If anybody in here is taking notes on, what red flags to look out for women, they don't have no gold to dig anyway, so they're not the target. Girl, you're always redirecting my mindset whenever I have to think like a Pickmiesha. You're thank you, girl. Thank you, Kiana or Kaina. I hope I said that right. Sprinkle. Shout out. Thank you. You said boss women are making money, not watching videos. Exactly. If you over here taking notes like a student and you're a man trying to look out for red flags in women, you don't have enough money for the type of women on this channel anyway. sprinkle. Or they're not going to be bothered with you anyway. Okay. Y'all know the truth. Uh-huh. He said women know within seconds of seeing you if they find you physically attractive. Okay, I thought that all people thought that. Yeah, if you're ugly, ugly. If you're not, you're not. But are you financially attractive? Because there are plenty of cute dusties out there, but the fastest turn off is an empty wallet. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said they sit up here in women's spaces and because they're golden. Well, if you were a feminine man and you had all these videos to click on, like how to become more masculine, like how to get money as a man, but then you saw my video. I mean, which one is the more feminine man going to click on? My video, right? So that's why they're here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, 22 Pinky. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you get cash instead of gifts? He don't do pepperoni. Direct deposit. Ask for direct deposit, or act like you got scammed online, or somebody took the money out of your purse, or I don't know. How does he give you money? I don't know. Gifts. Okay, so you want cash instead of gifts. Make sure he gives you gifts that you can cash in. Okay. Make sure you get gifts that increase in value. So only ask for gifts that increase in value that you can resell online. Or just asking for cash. Say, I prefer cash over gifts. So the best gift ever is always cash. Just start saying stuff like that. You don't even have to say that you say that. Just say Aunt Ethel said it. Thank you, Houston Rose Gardner. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So my Aunt Ethel always says cash is the best gift. I agree. Blame it on her. Keep saying it. What if he doesn't give you enough? He is trying to only give me $100. Then go get money from the rest of the people that on your roster, ma'am. You can't just be having one dude that can barely afford $100. Don't take from the poor. You're that man barely making it, trying to give you $100. Next, put him under gas money, girl, and find somebody else. Add to the roster. Add phone bill, shopping, and a few others. Okay, that's gas money. Save this number under gas money. All right, that's all he can do. Don't treat him like a total provider. Treat him like gas money. That's all he can do. All right. Y'all be giving all these men who barely can afford to do anything for y'all. Y'all be giving them Kang treatment on gas money. This man, what do I do? He's only giving me $100. Save him under gas money and move along, man. That's what you do. Whenever your tank get low, oh, maybe gas money will text. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Keep him as gas money. Add him to the roster. Don't spend too much time with gas money though. Gas money is only for conversation on the phone once or twice every week. And to meet up for a quick lunch to get your gas money. That's literally it. And hopefully in a place that you don't know nobody in. Go and collect your gas money, ma'am. I got to go in a few minutes. Okay. Okay. You said your provider is nasty looking. Girl, it's close to Halloween. Just pretend it's a mask. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or buy him a mask. Like, I bought you a present. It's a Halloween mask. Why don't you put it on? Might look better. I'm into masks. Put this on. Mm-hmm. You say he's paying some bills and he's too controlling. That's why you need more than one man. So when one start acting stupid, you could just dismiss him and collect, still be collecting from the other one. Okay. Men forget their place sometimes. They think they can control something because they're paying 2 bills. Sir, sit down. You are gas money and free food. Them bills is fake. All right, you are phone bill and water bill. Sit down. They acting like they're a mortgage and house and car note. Thank you, Sierra. Sprinkle. Thank you, girl. He's trying to control something on water bill and phone bill. He ain't even mortgage and car note. Tell him to calm down, sir. He said, but you red pill dudes undermine women who mate with you while respecting an upstanding woman. Girl, them red pill men ain't got no money don't have no money, and they got peanuts in their pockets. And I'm talking about literal peanuts. Peanut size, fun size stuff in their pocket. You know why? They get mad because women don't respect them because they don't respect themselves. If a man respected himself, he would respect women. Period. Most of those guys don't respect themselves. All they want to do is argue and go back and forth with women like a woman. They are very feminine, and they should repel feminine women by nature. They only attract masculine women. That's why they're upset, because they think that they're a man, but really they're giving off feminine energy. So they're literally just arguing amongst them, their own kind. But they haven't realized it yet. Okay. The momentum of your influence expands. I have more men than I can shake a stick at. Daily videos, keeping standards high, and my wallet full. Thank you, Goddess Laurel. Sprinkle, girl. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. Sprinkle. Okay. Wonderful. I appreciate that. I got to go, y'all. Thank y'all, everybody. I appreciate you guys. If y'all are interested in getting my pheromone kit, definitely use my code Shera, and you too can have this at your fingertips. You get liquid finesse, press him, and essence of ecstasy. Do not wear this around dust. These are pheromones. Use my code Shera to get. It's a really good price and really good. Get your friend one, get your bestie one too. Sprinkle. I'll see y'all later. Bye.